Hello, I'm Christie Grays, and I'm here with Coach Giuseppe. Great to see you again. I'm glad to be on the field of NT2D. I want to ask you about your non-profit arm called HOLD192. Why did you start that, and tell us about it?
Well, it started out where we were working in NT2D, and then we sat around with manager Carlos, and we started thinking about how do we get something else in place for athletes or kids that want to come to train with us but can't afford it. How do we get them into this whole thing? So we came up with the concept of like just doing it for profit, like just figure it out. So I had some friends who were attorneys. One worked with me in the criminal side of cases. So I started asking the attorney, like, how do we get into this? And he had a partner of his that he said, hey, I'll present your partner, you guys talk about it. And that's how it all started. The two attorneys that we have involved they're baseball players, their kids are baseball players, so they had one before, so they had a little bit of some experience in the whole thing, so they started putting the paperwork together, and then what we did is we kind of just put the operating funds from this company into that company to make it come alive within the state of Florida. And last year we actually got the IRS approval that HOLD192 was actually official and a non-profit, so it's actually in the system. So that's what we did. And the whole idea was to get funds to help players and families who couldn't afford certain things, whether it was traveling, coming to practices, gloves, equipment, or anything that had to do with the game of soccer to help them go forward in life with the family.
That's awesome. I'm really loving what you're doing with NT2D and HOLD192. So NT2D, as we know, is not today. Such a creative name. So tell us, how did you come up with HOLD192?
So we started looking around for names, like what do we call it, where does it go down to, and I was always thinking, like, we got to get something that's just different, that nobody really knows and doesn't really recognize as some kind of goalkeeper athletic soccer program. So we started thinking about gloves and what goalkeepers do, and I'm like, well, Hold was really good, and then I started thinking about the goal, 18 by 24, and we multiplied it out to 92. So, hey, HOLD192. So whoever asked about it would have to figure out, like, what does that really mean? It's actually that goal back there, so every player who's on the field actually knows what it really means. So holding the ball, the goal is 192. So we had it going on. So we actually ran it across a couple of the internet sites, to check it to make sure that nobody else had it. And it didn't pop up really much at all. And we're like, hey, this is the name we want. So through the state of Florida, we did all the required permissions to put that name up on live and actually own that name. And that's how we started the whole program, and it worked.
I love your creativity here, and all the hardcore soccer fans completely get it. So if anyone's interested in donating, because it is such a worthy cause, how would they do that?
Well, obviously on the website, we actually, since it's not really 100% now, and the funding out there doesn't have its own website now, we actually had HOLD192 piggyback on top of NT2D's website, so they can find it on the www.nt2d.com on the HOLD192 page. And then we also have a little mission statement on it, and then we also talk about how you can apply or send money in through the donation factor and what we would give back to you, and the amounts of, depending on how much amount you would put into it, we also had different levels of what we would give back to you or to the actual donor and move forward.
And these are tax-deductible donations.
Oh yes, it's actually on the IRS website too, which is really, really a big deal. So our job is to, on the receipts and stuff, is to have all the numbers published for you, so at the end of the year they can, put it through the tax deduction.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about this great not-for-profit?
Well, the whole thing is we're actually moving it. It seems like it's moving very slow, but it's actually moving pretty fast. We've actually have people in place that want to donate, but we're actually trying to put everything together to make sure everything comes around to the right way, not the wrong way. So because every day that we wait is a student waiting out there that doesn't have the fund that could possibly be here today on us, working it out. So it's alive and well, but we're actually controlling it a little bit. We want it to surface, and it's only a few of us working. So when we're out in the field, we kind of put everything to the side, and we do have a board that belongs to the HOLD192. The board is pretty big and strong. It's attorneys, police officers, and managers and parents that are part of their system with NT2D, and that's who's running for. So this hopefully will surface within the next 3 months, and we push it, which means that we're going to even work a lot more than just being on the field where I have to be on the backside of the field.
So for those of you who do want to donate, again, go to www.nt2d.com to the HOLD192 page. And thank you. I know your goalkeepers are out there ready for some coaching.
It's good. I appreciate the time. Thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Coach, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.